Hello, my fellow twin flames. I hope everyone is doing well on this beautiful day. Today is a Sunday, a day that I normally don't do readings, but I really felt called to do a twin flame reading. Many of you know I am a twin flame. I am now in union. Actually came to union this year, March 18th to be exact. But it was an up and down journey. So we know that it's not easy, and we're not meant to wait for anyone. That's not what it's about. Actually, we're to allow our twins the freedom to live, to walk their path, right? There's certain destined paths, and that may be experience. And matter of fact, I think what I'm going to do is dedicate this reading to the energy of your twin flame who has a karmic partner. But again, I just want to let you know that I feel through my guides that each twin is to have their own separate journeys at the time of birth. It doesn't mean you don't cross paths or what have you, but you know, myself included, sometimes you get together and it's just, I don't know enough about myself. I'm not strong within myself yet, and so ego can get involved very quickly and cause conflict and therefore a breakup. So I think when we just let divine take care of it, right? Divine timing. This is when union is meant to happen, and I can tell the difference this time. So we are all on the same journey, different experiences, but the same journey. We're all very like-minded, so that's why a lot of you are intuitively guided to this reading. We're gonna get going instead of just keep talking, but I want to let you know I always invite you guides in to work with my guides to bring us the clearest of messages, to illuminate the signs. You can certainly ask for signs, names, numbers, locations, I feel it happen all the time through me. It doesn't make sense to me, but I know to say it. So certainly you can ask your guides to do that. But I do think we need to give the freedom, I guess, to allow each twin to have whatever experiences are needed. So when you do have union, it is everything and more. All right, let's get started. I do have the Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck. I can't help noticing that. Didn't want to point it out, but I feel like I made to point it out. So it is there. It's just the energy of heartache, right? Of perhaps loving someone, but not being able to have them, be with them, touch them, that type of thing. It's all that wrapped up into one. And I feel like this reading is going to be about, I have no clue. I'm very free with my readings. Whatever energy comes is where we go. But I feel like, we're going to get some good advice on how perhaps we can help ourselves. All right, my loves, let's begin. So really, what we want to know is the divine masculine. And listen, you can be the female and be the divine masculine. Understand that. Who is, so the divine masculine who may be tied to a karmic in some way. We want to know the progress of that. We want to know whatever we can know. Maybe we can tap into their own energy and see how they're feeling about the situation. Maybe we want to know what they think about us. Do they yearn for us as we yearn for them? That type of energy. This is what we're looking for today. Okay, interesting they all came face up. We have the Devil, card of Capricorn. We have the Tower. We have the Four of Wands. Wow. We have the Prince of Wands. We have the Eight of Wands. Very fast-moving energy. Fast-moving energy. And then we have the Nine of Wands. 9 is always about reflection. This may talk about re-examining a tower moment in your life, probably connected to a commitment, or they are like but I feel like this was of yesteryear. So I'm re-examining and I'm looking at the tower with a new lens is what I'm doing, and I'm receiving some real clarity. I'm growing from that perspective because the Nine of Wands is all about where you put your focus. Why is your focus there? And what benefit will it have? It's not what it's about. It's just what I feel at this moment it's about. Because ultimately, what it's showing is from the tower, there has been growth. And for some, fast growth. For some, right? So we have this Four of Wands that's sitting next to the tower. And it's funny because it feels like totally different energy. The tower is sometimes unexpected. It feels like doom. It feels, you feel it. You feel the effect of it, and it's normally doesn't feel. It feels negative, right? But we can find out down the road that it was actually something positive, something that helped me grow. It's funny because as a soul, we're not afraid of the tower. Like we want these different types of experiences. As the human, the physical, the human shell. The ego mind is where we fear the tower and what have you. So consider that because, you're more than just this human body. Let's get the cards out. So anyway, Four of Wands is about a commitment, but it's a true commitment. It's a commitment that, it's not a forced commitment. It's a commitment that, like, I couldn't imagine it being any other way. It is the marriage card. It's very beautiful, loving type energy and romantic. But it's right next to that tower. But it's coming after the tower. So I want to point that out. So this Four of Wands, this beautiful commitment, it almost feels like what the twin flame union. How can I not make a commitment to you? Type of energy. Nine of Wands is looking back at the Eight of Wands. Interesting, 8 to the 9. 9 back to the 8, because the Nine of Wands, almost like the reflection, looks like he's looking at the Eight of Wands in a way of saying, hurry up. Have a realization. It's talking about, I feel, something you're thinking about, or they, but it's almost like your higher self saying, helping to support you in a way, saying, energy's moving quicker than you think, type of thing. We have the Strength card of Leo. We have the King of Wands. Look at this. We have Prince to the King, which is potentially an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So we have fire right now all around this Four of Wands. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Swords. We have the Five of Wands. It's interesting I didn't get the last card. It's almost like, no, not yet. We don't want you to know the outcome yet. I want you to look at this first. So, you know, I feel like, you know, the masculine is definitely in a karmic cycle. And I feel like this is something, um, that he has done a few times. And this may be the karmic partner. Like, they have split and gotten together. And he feels drawn to this karmic, but in the wrong way. Um, or maybe I should use a different term. He feels tied um, to this karmic, and I feel like who I have now, the group that I have now, this is about the karmic potentially handing that tower over to their karmic. So that tells me, you know, potentially ending. But it doesn't seem peaceful. I can tell you that. It doesn't seem peaceful. So I feel like I don't know if they're saying, well, it's because someone else is involved. Um, but I do feel like they are handing the tower over to someone. Listen, they're in the energy, and I don't know why I'm looking at the Nine of Wands and saying them, but that's just what I feel. They're in the energy of the Strength card, right? This is about going within, finding out, you know, who I am. In one deck, it represents half lion, half man, the different parts of ourselves, right? It's the connection to these parts of ourselves, and it's learning about that. You know, I feel like what he's learning, he or she, through this tough energy doesn't feel easy. You know, maybe one day it was, you know, but we've all think we've fallen in love, or we've fallen in love, fallen out of love. Twin flame's a little different. Soulmate's a little different too, I feel. But anyway, that's another day. Um, so, you know, it's almost like he feels a sense of, I don't know if I want to say responsibility, um, to this karmic. You know, it's almost like someone trying to seduce you to do something again that, in a way, we already know what the outcome will be, right? Because it's the same energy going in, doing the same thing, and no one's changed, right? Nothing's changed. Well, we're going to have that tower again, and I feel like this is part of his or her karmic lesson, is to see that pattern within oneself, so you can put an end to it, right? So, and it's funny because as I see this as the divine masculine, I feel the devil on one side, and I feel the Four of Wands on the other side. It's almost like two angels sitting upon my shoulder, right? One's of the dark and one's of the light. In which direction, you know? Um, you know, I feel like this telling the karmic, or whatever they're doing here, I feel like this did not come easy to them. Almost like something has been rehearsed. Why? Well, because, you know, when you're with someone for a long time, you already know how they're going to react to certain things. So already expecting that there's going to be the tower, and I feel the tower is going to be a lot of screaming and yelling, and finished by the seducing, right? Trying to re-seduce. This isn't working, so I'm going to try to seduce them. I'm going to try to seduce the divine masculine back into, right? And I feel like I'm going to just say he, okay? It's just easier for me to do the reading that way. Um, I feel like he has come to that realization, and it may have come through like an epiphany type thing. It may have come from you. You may have brought the tower on them and said, it's either or, and that then puts them into action. You know what I mean? Okay, let's get our last card so we can bring out the Cosmic Tarot. I like that it goes from a prince to a king here. What's this king next to? The strength card. Major Arcana strength. So, and the Knight of Wands, right? This is someone who has, this man within this image didn't gain these muscles overnight. It took time, right? It took time. It took time to develop those muscles. Now, that muscle may be of one's intuition, of knowing oneself, because the energy that he moves into is of the strength card, right? Which, boom, now he's the king, prince to the king. He may have married this karmic at a younger age. At a young age, what's a young age? Well, whatever you think. It's just whatever you think. Okay, we've got a lot. Wow, we have the Prince of Cups. Looks like there's a card. There is a card there. We have Justice. Wow. So I do feel like ultimately what this tower is some of these masculines are asking for a divorce. Versus, well, versus I feel like, like I have a choice here. I can just slip out through, in the night, and that be that. But he can't, because he feels this tie to at least doing it right. Like he's developing these muscles, which are really wisdom, intuition, and I feel like something is telling him to handle it the best way that he can. And I feel that he will, or he has. Alright, we have the Prince of Cups, look at that. And I feel like this is the news that then comes to you. Actually, let's do this. We're going to read these as a separate message. So I feel like this is the news then coming to you. In some way, you, whether saying I'm coming back to you, or, be careful that you don't over-romanticize it. Okay, I want you to be careful of that, because that depends on the character of, the character the person has built. Not everyone is of cups, right? Is like, let your love story be your love story. Don't put expectations upon it, because actually, I feel like those expectations will keep it from what it can be. It's funny I'm saying all that, so that tells me, look at this, we have the Death card. I feel like this is the energy of them saying that they have put an end to this relationship. I feel like I almost feel like I don't even have to worry about will they be tempted again, because I feel like this time they got it. Like this time they're understanding it. Um, I even feel like, if I even feel like they're understanding their energy towards you. Ultimately, I feel like this is you and them. We have the Two of Pentacles. It's funny. We have them coming in saying, I put an end to it. I asked for a divorce. I moved out of the house, whatever it is, which then puts you in the Two of Pentacles energy, which I find a little funny because I feel like this is someone knowing that this is exactly what they want. They're going to play it a different way. They're going to make it um, almost like oh, really? You know what I mean? Instead of running in someone's arms. So I still feel like the answer is yes. And I feel like like we're skipping ahead here a little bit. Spirit wants us to know that, like, this needs its time. Anyway, look at that. The Ace of Cups. The Five of Swords. Coming under that death card, that's the energy of walking away from toxicity, walking away from people really that I love. Sometimes this is walking away from family. Even though I can't stand them, I love them, right? So, but this is the recognizing that, recognizing that we're just different energy, what have you. But this, I often feel within the five, because it's change. It's about moving into, looking for your people. You know what I mean? We have the Eight of Pentacles, and then we have the Fool. Wow. Let me grab a drink real quick. So, here he is coming in, he or she, saying that the tower has been delivered. Here is you, I feel like, playing it kind of cool, right? Playing it kind of cool, but here's the Ace of Cups that's attached to both, right? It's attached to this cup that's coming in that the divine masculine is carrying. That's coming in. It's of unconditional love. I want you to understand that. It means there's a lot of universal support. Not that there's no support around all your love. Love is love, right? But this comes with purpose, right? And mainly, it's love, right? In some way, it's bringing someone to this level. So anyway, there's that Ace of Cups. Here's the Fool who's looking back at this whole thing. So ultimately, this tells me that you're saying yes. I'm willing to start as the Fool. I have to tell you, I like that the Fool is representing you, because what this talks about is not taking baggage. Exactly what the masculine has been doing, right? Doing it over and over and over, because he's not aware of his own part in it, right? Once he has that awareness, I feel like things change quickly. Things change quickly. Um, so I don't feel like he's coming to you carrying, well, carrying baggage. I guess it depends how soon it happens. Like, if it's when the divorce is finalized, um, that would probably be best, right? Because then you're not part of any of that, the divorce proceedings, and that some of you, I have a feeling you will be, just stay of the highest energy, and I feel like the two of you will be just fine. So anyways, here is the energy of walking away from what I think with the Ace of Cups here, right? It's almost like it's in his backpack. I'm leaving that toxicity behind, right? Moving into the Eight of Pentacles energy and the Fool looking back at the Eight of Pentacles energy, I feel like this is talking about exactly what I've been talking about. The work that we put into something. You know, it will flourish if we focus upon it. That's also what the Nine of Wands is about. Your focus. What you focus on is what you grow. Good or bad, right? It's good or bad. But the Eight of Pentacles, I feel like it's like I'm focused. I'm focused. And I love that the Fool is also looking at the energy. It's almost like you're both looking at the same energy, saying, I'm willing to make this work, right? Let's make this work. And Four of Wands, there it is. There's that energy of union, if nothing else. We can call it the marriage card or whatever we want. But there's no doubt in that energy, that's for sure. Okay. I was going to make this a short, sweet little video, but you know, that's just not what it's about. This is not a short, sweet little journey. It's difficult. It's difficult. And by the way, I really don't see, other than, you know, you being part of his, you know, in their mind or of their heart. You may be, though you may not know this, maybe you are praying for him, that type of thing. They're feeling that. I do feel like they're feeling that, and I feel that it helps in some way give them strength. And here's something else I'm thinking, that this person, clearly something must have happened in the past, because I feel like this masculine is thinking, look at that Ace of Pentacles on the bottom, that there's no way if I come back as a prince instead of the king, right? The king means I've had that growth. The prince to me is where I'm learning, right? I'm learning what? Well, it's a wand. So, you know, I could be learning that I have a bad temper and working on that, learning that my ego was too big, and working on that, right? Because it shows that whatever it is, they have the realization. So I feel like this is about them being ready, but I feel like someone is saying I like I wouldn't be accepted back the way I was, right? The way I was. Maybe it feel good for a minute, but ultimately they know that they also needed to, well, grow up. I don't know. Whatever it is, whatever cross they bear, I don't know. And I don't know because it's going to be different for each one, right? Okay. Break this down a little bit more. There's that Nine of Wands again. So we have the Nine of Swords. Ugh. We have the Five of Swords. And we have the Nine of Wands. So look at this. It's almost like, I kind of love this message because I feel like what it's saying is naturally this person is fearful, is afraid to speak their truth, right? Speak their truth. You know, the realization I've outgrown this marriage, this relationship. I feel like it's probably a marriage, but it could be both. But anyway, this is showing us that they themselves have had this fear. So, you know, it's being in a relationship, knowing I don't want to be in a relationship, but I'm scared shitless to tell that person, listen, I really don't want to be in a relationship with you anymore, because I know from past experience how that person is going to react. However, why are they doing it anyway? They're doing it because of you. I feel like the remembrance of you, but I feel like a lot of you are just sending them very positive energy, you know, wishing them well, that they get through it quickly and with as little scars as possible. I feel like they will. But don't think that you're not playing a role here. Of course you're playing a role. Of course you're playing a role. Um, you know, you're playing a role. That's all I can tell you. And the role that you're playing is helping them to, again, the Eight of Wands, quickly, move quicker than they would have, for sure. This person may have had a little bit of a bad temper, when they were younger, maybe quick to fight, that type of energy. I don't feel like they've lost that spirit, but they understand the actions that were wrong behind it. So I hope that makes sense. We have a lot of Leo energy right there. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Again, interesting. We had the Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands just a second ago. Nine of Wands. And we have the Six of Pentacles. Well, that is changed energy. That is a very compassionate. I feel like if this is talking about, and listen, of course, I don't mean a temper where they would rip the house apart or hurt you. Maybe their words, and I hope you know what I mean. I'm thinking like an Italian temper, or the Irish. I said that to Sam. I'm like, there's a part of me, I have a little bit of a temper, and I said, well, you shouldn't have gotten with an Irish girl. But it was a joke. I do know that, but I'm very quick to apologize. Very quick. As soon as I realize it, boom, I apologize. No matter what, there's no stipulation. I'll only apologize if that. No, it just, I want it off of me and out of me immediately, right? I just want it. It's the realization very quickly. I love that the Eight of Pentacles, again, where I'm putting my focus is on the Six of Pentacles. And that's a beautiful, balanced energy. That's an energy when I'm living in, where we have empathy and compassion, where we're giving, but we're also very open to receiving in this energy. It's got to be equally, right? It's an equal type energy. And the Fool was kind of looking at it too, like it's the only way you can reach the level that I feel like some of us are trying to reach. And I feel like the Six of Pentacles, where does that come from? That comes from my life's experiences. I got to stop putting them down, and I got to start realizing that, sometimes as a soul, we ask for a difficult life. Because we have the most growth within the darkness. Just the way it is. Just the way it is. Okay. We have, look at that, the Ten of Cups. We have, wow, the Ten of Pentacles. I know this is going to be like, oh, come on, Sandy, but here it is. I mean, we have the Divine Masculine's energy with you, your energy, not only helping him through a very difficult situation, maybe a situation you don't like. Nonetheless, he has to go through it. She has to go through it, and I don't feel like it's good energy. Um, but nonetheless, here it is from your energy, right? I feel like he or she is just thinking, this 10 cups and this 10 of pentacles can exist for me. I mean, look at this, the Nine of Swords, where I'm at, where I'm doing, right, where I'm going. 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. Whew! No wonder the Six of Pentacles comes first. Because look at the beautiful energy it comes out from that. You both may have, like, interest in a certain subject, you may work together. I don't know. But I feel like there may be I feel like there's an interest that both of you will have that the two of you will expand upon, whether that be a business, I don't know, whether it be an idea. We have the Princess of of Swords. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So that the Wheel is a card about destiny, right? And what's sitting under it? The Strength card. Strength card talks about our inner strength. The strength that we need to find ourselves, that we need to muster up, right? We need to take the blindfolds off. Just like I feel like this person is. It's like, I'm ripping that blindfold off, and I want to go live my true life, right? Here's the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. Destiny. I feel like this person just knows that. Um, Again, even if this is energetically, look at that. The High Priestess, come on. And the Prince of Wands. Actually, Princess of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, can be of younger energy, can be of yesteryear, same with the Prince of Wands. But here's this prince, and I kind of like this because here's the wheel, like destiny. High Priestess, your intuition. Moving into the Prince of Wands, sitting over this King of Wands. Can I just say, I feel like, and even Justice down here, what's Justice's true job? It's to make you, him, or her feel whole again. Whole, right? I haven't been feeling whole probably for a long time. But it's for all of us, right? But we have to be aware of it. We have to know. I don't know. We just have to be aware of it. But again, I feel like that it's funny. I just feel like this person maybe at one time not spiritual at all. Didn't think about soulmates, twin flames, any of that stuff. But that changed with you. But that doesn't mean there wasn't a lot of work to be done, right? Because I feel like this person really had to learn to listen to their own intuition. And I feel like part of that is, do I accept this, what I feel, around we go, right? But nobody changes. Everything remains the same. I have the opportunity to leave it. I do. I've always have. And I only mean that is as we can always change our situation if we want to. We just change it. Because this Five of Swords here, he takes the position on the ground like the swords are pinning him down, but there's not a sword touching his body. So sometimes we have to be careful that we don't become part of the toxicity, right? That we don't separate ourselves from it. And, it's like you become you know, who you hang out with. We have the Empress. Connected to the Three of Pentacles. And I kind of love that in a divine masculine reading, because I feel like, I mean, this, here you are, right? The Empress. I feel like definitely if you've been sending energy, whether you've been feeling anything back or not, you know, it's just about sending loving thoughts. Like, let their journey be easy, and I don't know. All right, we have the Fool. The Fool again. Coming over, who I keep seeing is the Divine Masculine. So I love that with the Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles. And you know what? This is willing to start at the beginning. Even if we have been together before, we're starting at the beginning. I can tell you, as two Fools now showing up, here's the other Fool right there, two Fools on a table. That's showing me the ability that both of you have, within, you know, I can't be someone who looks at things, challenges in my life in a negative way. I have to, you know, it's like I have to work on my own energy. I have to make sure that I am also, you know, shining my light, so to speak. And it's funny I just said shining my light, because when I first started this reading, I kept seeing someone lighting a white candle. And I feel like for some, this is saying, if you have a white candle, it doesn't hurt to light it. And I feel like it symbolized that, you know, it reminded me of a little commercial. We'll leave the lights on for you. But it felt very romantic, like, you know, like, I don't know. It was romantic. Look at that. We have the Princess of Swords and the King of Swords together there. We have the World, which is beautiful, right under the wheel, which is beautiful. So, you know, ultimately, when we get to this point, it is showing us the opportunity. It is all there for us. We have Three of Cups. So this is celebrating. This is the feeling of pure joy. And it's attached to your intuition. You know, you just know you just know you're with the right person. You just know it. Go the whole way back to that Four of Wands, right? That commitment. Two of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. And the Six of Swords. I have a feeling we are deciding where to live. I have a feeling together we are deciding where we're going to live, where we're going to call our home. And you know, I don't know. I don't know where that's going to be. I feel like I need to leave it here. Because ultimately we have, you know, they have some work to do on their own. But I can tell you, the Eight of Wands lets me know that with your positive energy, and I'm not saying it doesn't always have to be towards them. It's just positivity. With your own positivity, period, you can affect them in a positive way. Just know that, okay? And and we got to remember that sometimes people, we may think something is happening one way. You know, we may think that the Divine Masculine and his Karmic are so lovey-dovey, but it couldn't be further from the truth, right? So we got to be careful we don't allow our minds to go there, and therefore we believe that. Just keep on keeping on with your own life, I'm telling you. Keep on expanding, and I'm telling you, the two of you will come together when the timing, you know, it's like it's destined, right? Here it is with the World card. We had the death card earlier. He has to put an end. He or she has to put a clear ending to something. And I feel for a lot. You know, we can look at justice and say it's a divorce, but it's cutting of the ties. It's cutting of the ties, and I'm cutting those ties. Many times it is karmic with justice, but it's also the energy of something that no longer fits in my life. Okay. Alright, guys, I was thinking, do I want to do an oracle card? I think I'm going to. I wasn't going to, but I think I'm going to. And again, of course, this can't be for everyone. But yet, as I say that, I think it is for everyone. I think we're just on different levels of that. And that's what we're here. We're here to learn. We're here to learn from each other's experiences. You know, you telling me your experience may make me feel better about my experience, which can change the way I am. You know, I can become optimistic again. I feel like one of the biggest lessons we have to learn is surrendering to, I need it now. I think we have to surrender to that. And I really do. I think you have your own parts of your life that was important that you went through. It's made you who you are today. I want you to understand that. That's a good thing. You probably had some very, very hard times, but you've overcome them. Recognize that in yourself. And I don't know. Tell yourself, good job. Okay, we have 3 cards. I'm not going to read them all, but look at this. We have love. Look at this. We have prayer, which is exactly what I feel some of you were doing. And giving and receiving, which is really feels like the 6 of Pentacles energy to me. I definitely want to read we're going to let the motorcycle go by. Prayer. Instead of worrying, I pray about the situation to bring about real solutions. Love. Love is the answer to all of my questions. Giving and receiving. I balance being generous and receptive, both because both are equally important. Let's read love. Love, love, love. I don't know why I'm down in the seas. Alright. This card reminds you that feeling loved is your true desire, and this very condition is continuously offered to you by God, Jesus, Mother Mary, and the angels. Surround your current situation and relationships with love, which will loosen the bonds of ego attachments. When you pray for love to heal your situation, God sends angels to your side. Mother Mary counsels you to only use loving words when you speak, think, or write. Avoid pessimistic discussions with yourself or others, as it is essential for you to surround yourself with the highest energy available. By doing so, you'll witness miraculous healings, experience new opportunities, and attract wonderful relationships. Well, I think we'll leave it there. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching my reading. I hope you receive the message you need to help you heal a little bit and maybe even give you more understanding, so you can surrender some of that worry. Definitely surrender that worry. But nonetheless, I'm humbled that you chose to listen to me. So thank you so much. I wish you a wonderful journey. This is worth it. There are ups and downs no matter what, but it is showing you over and over again there is love to be, great love to be had in your life. It doesn't always come early. It can take time. There's two people involved. We can't interfere with their free will. There are more elements than we're looking at when it comes to two people coming together. But it's important that we each learn as we go along, because one day we will be together and we will be each other's teacher, and it will be beautiful. And I love you guys. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.